Hi everyone, welcome to the start of my golf fitness series. So I received a few requests to show some exercises that will help to build some strength or increase some fitness in golf. So today I'm going to be demonstrating and explaining one leg workout routine that I am doing currently during isolation. And if you are fairly new to working out, you would only have to go through this workout once. If you feel like you're an intermediate, then you would go through this workout 2 times, and advanced would go through it 3 times in total. In addition, you want to try to have as little break or rest between each exercise as possible. But if you do need the rest, take as long as you need, but you can work up to doing these exercises one after the other with little break. And if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get into it. So first off, we have side lunges with 12 reps on each leg. For all exercises in this routine, you want to focus on your tempo and making sure that you are controlling the movement. If you can do the movement slowly and under control, you will feel like you get a much better workout since your muscles will be under more tension for a longer period of time, especially if you don't have access to any weights at the moment. So when I get to the bottom of this movement, I try to keep my torso as upright as possible, and I'm keeping my hands out in front of me just to help me with balance. This is a great exercise for your hamstrings. Next up, we have tempo squats. You will also notice that I'm wearing a backpack, and you can wear one throughout this workout to make it more intense. So again, you want to put emphasis on the tempo and making sure that you slowly get into the squat position and then pause for 1 to 2 seconds at the bottom. Even as you come up, you want to control the tempo to ensure you keep your legs under as much tension as possible. So one thing to make sure of is to not completely lock out your knees as well. You always want to keep a slight bend because that will help to keep the tension in your legs. So if you haven't done this before, you should feel a pretty good burn in your legs at this point, especially if you keep the slow tempo. The third exercise is the Bulgarian split squat. So now this is one of my favorites because if you do this properly, you can really feel it in your quads, glutes, and your hamstrings all at once. So again, slowly on the way down, slight pause at the bottom, then slowly on the way up to the top of the movement, ensuring that your knees still have a slight bend. And again, you can add a backpack to make this more difficult. So exercise 4 is pause squats for 12 to 15 reps. Now at the bottom of this movement, I pause for about 5 seconds, and you just want to make sure that you go down up to about 90 degrees or even slightly lower. So your legs should be really burning by this point. Next up is a curtsy lunge. Now this is similar to a reverse lunge, but this helps a bit more with stability and puts a bit more emphasis on your glutes and hamstrings. So when you get to the bottom of the lunge, really try and focus on squeezing the glutes and hamstrings as hard as you can, just to bring you back up to the top of the movement. So you'll be doing this for 12 to 15 reps on each side. So next is a single leg hip thrust. So you want to lie on your back, Bend one knee while you straighten the other. Then thrust your hips up and focus on squeezing your glutes as hard as you can and hold for a moment at the top. Then slowly bring your hips back down to the floor. Just notice how my toes are a bit raised off the floor. And as I thrust my hips, I'm pushing with my heel. So do this for 12 reps on each side. And finally, you will finish off with standing calf raises. So if you want to lean against the wall, that works as well. If you want to stand on a book to help you give that little extra range of motion, that is also fine. So now the important part for this exercise is pausing at the top and slowly coming down to the bottom. So a lot of people just bounce up and down and do a ton of reps, but especially with calves, you need to feel the contraction and the burn. So you'll be doing this for 12 reps on each leg. So that is the workout, and congratulations if you were able to complete it. So if you want to make this workout easier, you can reduce the amount of reps, or you can just increase the amount of time that you rest between each exercise. If you want to make this harder, you can just add more weight into your backpack. You can hold on to a dumbbell, a heavier dumbbell when you have access to a gym, or you can just play around with the tempo, so you can actually do the reps a lot slower and then pause for a longer period of time as well. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know how this workout was for you guys by leaving a comment below. And I look forward to sharing more workouts for you in the future to help you with your game.